Hello and welcome to the MAC weather page for this Wednesday, July 20th. And you can see a decent sunrise out there this morning across Ransom Road. We expect mostly sunny skies across the entire area today, and it'll be warmer, although dew points and humidity will still be relatively comfortable. We'll have our high temperatures in the mid 80s to around 90 today, so it'll definitely be a warmer day. And if we look at the headline for the next 5 days, it's going to be all about the heat and the potential storms, and some of those could be on the strong side, especially for Thursday night into Friday morning, as we expect a MCS complex of storms to move from the northwest across the UP and back into Wisconsin, then drop to the southeast across the state. And again, those could be make for a pretty bumpy night tomorrow night. Our normals for the day is 84 for the high. Our normal low is 61. And if we look at conditions around the MAC and LAC areas yesterday, no precipitation across the area, with temperatures mainly in the low to mid 80s, a little cooler over towards Lake Huron, where temperatures were only in the mid 70s. Across the area this morning, temperatures in the low to mid 60s across most areas, a little bit cooler off to the west and towards the east in the 50s. And if we look across the state of Michigan this morning, mainly 50s and 60s, but you can see down to 43 at Grayling. And with that cooler temperatures, we also do have pretty comfortable dew points, only in the 50s, even some 40s, making it for a pretty pleasant air mass right now. But again, the high dew points are just off to our southwest. They're going to be streaming into the area here over the next few days. And as we get into Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we expect dew points to be in the upper 60s to around 70, or maybe even higher than 70. So it's going to be very, very muggy out there, in addition to temperatures around or in the 90s. If we look at the soil conditions around the area, warm soil temperatures, and at the 2-inch level here in Breckenridge and other locations, we're really beginning to dry out now, but still plenty of moisture down at the 8 and 16-inch levels. And I think we have a chance to recharge the soil with more moisture here over the next several days. If we look at the MAC lightning detection network out there this morning, we don't see anything right now, but we expect that to change by tomorrow night and into Friday. We expect quite a bit of lightning across the area at that time. If we look at the radar out there this morning, mainly off to our southwest, some activity. But again, for much of the Great Lakes high and dry, you can see this small little hook there. That's our windmills. So no storm across mid-Michigan, just turbulence from the windmills. If we look at the forecast map this morning, you can see low pressure system well off to our west. It's got a warm front that's going to be advancing towards the state. And as we get into tomorrow night and Friday morning, you can see we expect strong to severe thunderstorms across much of the lower peninsula, northeastern Wisconsin, and eastern upper Michigan, as a big MCS complex of storms develops and then drops to the southeast across the state. And that could bring some locally heavy rainfall with any of these storms that do develop. So we'll keep an eye on that for tomorrow night and into Friday morning. And by Friday, we expect that front to move to the south and kind of stall out. And we're going to be in the hot, sticky air mass right on through the weekend, with temperatures again around or in the 90s for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. If we look at the WPC, or the Storm Prediction Center's area of slight risk, includes again much of lower Michigan. This again for that storm complex expected to drop through the area, and we could see some strong damaging winds and even some large hail anywhere in this area here. So something we'll keep an eye on. If we look at the precipitation forecast off the GFS here over the next 72 hours, you can see this is that complex of storms we expect to roll through the area. The GFS places it a little farther to the west with the heaviest precipitation, but the European model shows a lot of precipitation across central Michigan all the way up into the eastern UP. And I think a blend of that would give many areas between a ½ inch and an inch if this were to materialize. If we look at the forecast over the next 5 days, you can see the European model for the Breckenridge, mid-Michigan area prints out 1.3 inches of rain, the GFS 1 inch, and for southeast lower Michigan about 7 to 8 tenths across. So the models are in really good agreement with putting out some pretty decent rainfall. And again, temperatures are going to be very dependent, especially on Friday, with that overnight storm expected on Thursday night into Friday. If we were to miss that and see lots of sunshine, these 92s could easily be 95 to 98 degrees. Wouldn't even be shocked to see a 100-degree reading over southern lower Michigan. But again, for now, we expect those storms. We expect mainly low to mid 90s on Friday. I think this 92 probably be more like 94, 95 down here across Blissfield. But again, you can see all through the board, mainly upper 80s to low 90s with high humidities and dew points. And if we look at precipitation over the next 72 hours, you can see quite a bit of precipitation centered on southwest and south central and southeastern lower Michigan. But the European has more precipitation across central and northern Michigan. So we'll just have to wait and see how this plays out. And over the next 5 days, lots of precipitation across the Great Lakes. So we should get a much needed drink for our crops here as we go through the next 5 days. Thanks for stopping by and have yourself a great day. Stay cool and 73s to all.